So, my name is Sajalie. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm an artist. I make music, I do fashion, and I'm going to make movies in the future.
How far did you want to take your career? Like, if a nigga invited you to a private party, he start like groping you and shit, like, would you still want to be down to
Like,
sign
to
that
continue?
contract?
Oh, fuck no.
Cause you know, I don't know if you don't remember like the shit that happened to Tyler Perry. He's at a party and the nigga groped him, but since he's like buff and black, he didn't want to like jeopardize his career, so he was like trying to stay like calm and shit.
Damn.
Like, what would you do in that type of situation?
What a question. In that type of situation, obviously, if I'm being realistic, I know I'd have to get him in ways in which I can't be obvious with my tactics. Like, I'd probably like get back at him in a way which he would never even know. Like, I'd retaliate secretly, discreetly on some spy shit for real. He gonna do some shit like that to me. I'm gonna pretend like I'm cool, pretend like I'm chill. Obviously, no, actually I'm tweet. I'm gonna get his ass back for sure. But like, when I see him, or like if he never sees me, I'm gonna get somebody to do some shit back to him that'll hurt him badly. That's for sure. Cause I have too much pride for somebody to disrespect me like that.
What's the inspiration behind Anarchy?
Anarchy. The idea of it was for me to break free. So like, I have 3 tapes: Dark, Light, and Anarchy now. But Dark was about me indulging in my dark desires and beliefs, and Light was meant for me to see that tunnel in between that darkness. And Anarchy is the process of me breaking it out. I'm inspired by people like Vivian Westwood and Che Guevara and Malcolm X, because these are revolutionaries who actually believed in themselves and had belief that they can change the world with their own ideals. You know, fighting for themselves and doing whatever they can to break free.
What do you mean by like the darkness? Do you have problems like balancing the ego and
It's
type
just
shit?
so much, bro. Like, darkness and like the drugs, darkness and like the lifestyle, darkness and like the love, like just so much full of pain. Like, everything is so much pain. But it's like you can either look at it in a good way or look at it in a bad way. So I choose to look at it in a good way rather than letting it destroy me. Like, I kind of absorb myself with it, if that makes sense.
If you had to sacrifice one of your family members, which one would you sacrifice?
Which one?
Or would you take your own life?
What do you mean? It has to be immediate family or family like that's not necessarily like cousins and shit.
Immediate.
Yeah. I definitely sacrifice myself because I'm too selfless to do something like that.
You got those, I see the cheekbones, bro. Go ahead, tell me about that modeling shit right
You
quick.
said tell me about the modeling?
Go tell me about the modeling shit.
Shit, I'm trying to get back into it. Like, honestly, I've been doing a lot of music recently, and I miss modeling because I know for a fact that I look good enough for me able to do some shit like that. But it's just like, I be just so busy, so it's kind of hard to me do all things at once. But I'm starting a clothing brand called Grace with my girlfriend Jordan, and I'm gonna be modeling that by itself. So it's like I'm gonna be the owner, the one making the pieces, and the one modeling the pieces too at the same time. So like, that's gonna be my direction for the future for modeling.
What does grist mean to you?
Grist was literally like random. Like, one day we both woke up and we were like, we gotta make some money. Like, we were figuring out, trying to think of ways for us to make money, and we were going to do stocks or cryptos or forex at first, trying to figure out like money like that. And we were like, nah, let's do something that we both creatively enjoy. And we decided grist would probably be the best option because that's something that we're trying to implement. And it's the philosophy behind grist is the implementation, experimentation. We're deconstructing clothes and reconstructing them back again in like new ways so that it can be used differently from how the original purpose was. So every clothes we get, every piece we get is thrifted.
If you only had a week to live, what would you do in the whole week?
We had a week to live. What would I do if I only had a week to live? I feel like that's not long enough for me to do anything concrete, so I'd probably have to do something drastic. Knowing that I'm gonna die, I'd have to do something that's gonna make me famous quick or known quick. Something ambitious, probably like a last art piece or some shit like that that can like, that's unforgettable, that nobody can forget about it. Nobody can stop talking about it. And I'm gonna lay it like a plan that's gonna be audacious, like on some fucking beef or vendetta shit. You feel me? Some crazy shit though, I know that. but I don't know exactly what it would be. 6 months though, I probably would have enough time to do something crazy. Yeah.
So your parents are from Sierra Leone, and I know like I have a friend that's from Haitian, but I know like a lot of parents that are from overseas, they have a tendency to be like strict and like not to follow your dream, but go do the college.
Oh
shit.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Are your parents afraid to take risks?
Oh, most definitely. They're afraid to take risks in ways that are creative. Like they're willing to take business risks because they made their money doing like business and shit like that. So like that's the type of lifestyle they understand. But musically, that's too big of a risk for them because it's like going against the status quo. Not everybody succeeds as a musician, and they know that. I know that. So for me doing that, it's like such a big taboo. You know what I'm saying? So they don't really support it at all. They want me to stop. They want me to follow their dreams instead of mine. Fuck the world we live in, though.
Because I know, like, I can see the model and shit.
Oh, God.
I mean, you could just do both.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I know, like, they don't see the vision. At least not yet. You know? But when shit start working, then
literally,
you start seeing that shit.
Literally.
Yeah. Is black your favorite? I see you wear black a lot.
Yeah. Black is my favorite color. It's my favorite aesthetic, my favorite thing. I just love black. But black is only a phase for now. I know in the future, I'm going to go to something more radical. It's probably going to be red, though. But it's going to be something ambitious, that's for sure now. I have a great plan laid out for that shit, too.
So if you could be God for a day, what would Earth look like?
If I could be God
from your
for a
perception.
Day, peace. That'd be the first thing I try to achieve, peace, because there's too much pain and misery in this shit. Next thing I'll do, I'd probably eliminate money, the need for it at least. Figure out some sort of way where we can all be happy with equivalent exchange. Second, I'd tell people if there is a heaven or hell so that they can understand that the shit that they do on this earth can affect them in their afterlife. Those are the three main things I would do if I was God, that's for sure.
What would your parents react if you had like face tattoos?
Oh, they'd kill me. They'd murder me. They already tripped about my piercings. They were tripping about me growing locks.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, I had to wait till I was 18 to get my
Oh God, same. You know what I'm saying? So like, they was not like cool with that shit at all, because it's kind of like I was saying with the music, like they have a more original, direct mindset about their life. So me doing music or me doing something like piercing myself or getting a tattoo is too radical for them. You feel me? So like, they fucking trip. My whole family would trip. To be honest with you, honestly.
How would you design a car if like if Toyota or like Mercedes Benz, they came up to you like, we want to work with you, kind of like how Virgil Abloh did the Maybach
with Mercedes?
Yeah.
How would I design it? I definitely use like old classical cars, like the motherfucking Nissan GTR. I probably use that as like one of the main silhouettes. Like, you know how they'd be like redoing like Nikes, like Air Forces. I might do some shit like that, but like my own twist on it. Like, I'd definitely make it black, that's for sure. Economically efficient, so it's gonna be electric. I don't want to be self-driven. I want it to have like its own personal feel to it. So like, whenever you're in the car, you'll feel like, oh yeah, this is my car. You know what I'm saying? It's not like any other car you found in the street. I definitely want to have some. I want it to be customizable too, like easily customizable. Because a lot of cars, they come with like stock parts that are hard to remove. Yeah, those are probably the main things I'd do if I had a car. Okay, I would love to do that one day though. That would be fire. Some shit like with Virgil Abloh. They probably gave him that because he he's gonna die. Rest in peace, Virgil, bro. He got me into fashion. No cap, no fucking cap.
Would you rather live in water or would you rather be an animal? Like, if you could be any animal, or would you be like a sea creature? Like, if you die,
I'd be a dolphin, for sure. Because dolphins are smart. They have pretty fun lifestyles. They get high. They seem like the cool people in the sea.
You said what? Get high?
Oh God, they get high. Like literally, they eat sea urchins, or they'll like bite sea urchins, and the urchins, or not urchins, pufferfish, and the pufferfish will like release a toxin.
Oh yeah, because they're like poisonous.
Oh God, poisonous. But if you eat too much of it, you'll die. But if you have just enough, it'll give you a toxin that will get you high, or supposedly high for them. For us, it'll probably be fatal. But yeah, so I'll probably be a dolphin because they seem like pretty fun creatures. Those are like my favorite sea.
So if you could do an episode of Animal Planet, would it be on dolphin?
If I could do an episode of any planet, of Animal Planet, it wouldn't be on dolphins per se, because dolphins, it's a fun lifestyle, but I feel like I'll probably do like Komodo dragons, because I like Komodo dragons, but I can never be one. That's why I didn't give that as an answer. But I fuck with them like their savageness, their ruthlessness. You know what I'm saying?
You
That's
fuck
what
with reptiles?
I like reptiles. I like animals like that because they're cool. They're like they're like the rugged ones in the animal world.
You think reptilians are real? You know how like they can
Yeah,
shape
like
shit?
people can turn humans or some shit like that.
Yeah, they say
reptiles.
like supposedly they made the human race.
Oh God, but I highly doubt that shit's real. Like
These all conspiracy.
I know there's a lot of devil shit that's real. Like Illuminati, yada yada yada. That shit for sure real. But nah.
Do you think like you know like Kanye West, Jeff Bezos, you know like billionaires?
Yeah.
What doors do you think did they have to go through?
To get to where they was at.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's crazy that you were saying that because me and my girl was talking about some shit like that recently. We were talking about there's these things called embarrassment rituals where if you
shaming
yourself.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? In front of everybody so that you can
pursue.
it's like an initiation for like an Illuminati or like some devil worship thing. And personally, I don't know. I mean, just think about it. When you said Kanye West and Jeff Bezos, they both, well, Kanye's not a billionaire anymore, but Jeff Bezos, he acquired his money doing the business that he definitely did start from the beginning. But I'm not sure if he did like devil worship or devil things or some shit to get it that was unorthodox. I think he might have actually built that off of blood, sweat, and tears because he's a very interesting guy. Let me just say that. Kanye, for sure, blood, sweat, and tears. So
yeah, they said I know Kanye in an interview a couple of years back. He said if he never moved to LA, his mom would still be alive.
He said, "Have you ever been to LA? What?
His mom will still be alive."
For real?
Yeah, but you know in the Genius documentary,
because his mom died though.
Yeah, but yeah, and then you hear like the fucking call. So it's like,
you said you hear like the what?
You hear the call, like they hear the ambulance call, the recorded shit. So I mean, like she couldn't breathe and shit. I don't know, like she probably.
But I mean, she died. But I heard she died off some motherfucking. No. Yeah, that is because he went to LA. But she did on some plastic surgery, right? That's how she died.
Supposedly,
yeah, some shit like that. And that's probably what it was. Like her doing that shit probably affected him. But
yeah,
it might be something deeper than that.
Because I wonder, like, how would Ye be?
Literally. I wonder if his mom was still alive, right? He's such a genius.
I wonder if he would still be around and shit and stuff. Would he still be Ye, or like? Would he still be the nigga that he is today? You know what I'm saying?
He would be Ye. He'd be a greater version of Ye because his mom was the only person who kept him in check. He's not afraid of anybody else's opinion but his mom. And that's like how it be like for a lot of creatives because like we hold dear to the people that we our loved ones for some odd reason. Like they hold such a strong bond onto us. You know what I'm saying?
So even though your parents give you like shit
exactly,
sometimes,
I still hold a bond onto them.
Yeah.
Like for example, my sister, she's on her own shit, doing her own time, and we all are doing our own time. But at the end of the day, like as fucked up as our parents are, we still love them. Like because they've done so much for us, and they think from their own perspective rather than thinking from ours. I guess. Yeah. Which is kind of fucked up to think about, and I know I won't do it to my children, but I still don't have the heart in them for me to say fuck them and, you know what I'm saying, like just dish them off. It's still their opinion about holds weight to me, essentially.
I see you got like you got the skull fucking bracelet, you got
yeah.
You got the skull,
you know what I'm saying?
You know,
Chain,
necklace,
you know what
yeah, exactly. Yeah, would you be a pirate?
A pirate?
Like an actual pirate, like, you know.
If I was living in that time.
I mean, like, there's still pirates now. You know how, like, niggas.
Oh, them Somalian ones?
Yeah. Would you be like,
fuck no, not like them. If I had the chance and I was, like, living in the lifestyle, like, Blackbeard and them niggas, and who's that other woman? There's, like, this famous pirate one, I forgot her name, but if I had the opportunity to do that, hell yeah, I would definitely. Hey, yo, Rose, you think you roll shit for me, bro? Appreciate you, bro. But yeah, I would love to be a fucking pirate, bro. I ain't gonna lie, no one. Pirates are very interesting. Well, actually, not love, bro. If I was a pirate, I'd be a vigilante pirate because them niggas were evil. They would rape people. They would kill people just for fun. You know what I'm saying? No real thought behind it at all. So I don't know, honestly.
Ego, that's all.
Huh?
Ego,
literally. Ego and fucking ambition.
Do you sometimes, I know you say you battle with drugs and like personal life. Do you ever have issues with your ego or like?
Honestly, I'm not one of those type of people. I'm not egotistic at all. Like, I definitely am prideful, but I'm never like the type of person to be like, oh my god, like. I mean, everybody has that times where they're like, oh, I'm feeling like the shit, but I'm never the type of person to shit on people. Like, I'm humble. Like, I'm always willing to give a nigga a chance. Like, when I'm up and I see a nigga who fuck with me heavy and I see him outside my concert and he can't afford to get tickets, I'm gonna give him that bitch for free. Just cause, like, I fuck with people. Like, at the end of the day, we all humans. Like, people be looking at this music shit, this art shit, and be thinking that they be idolizing these folks like they're fucking gods or some shit. But nah, I'm blood, sweat, and tears made from the same HCO as you niggas, you feel me? So I'm gonna always be humble and willing to speak to anybody as long as it's some shit that's real, you know what I'm saying?
Do you ever think about, like, your future shows? Like, how would you want to set up the stage to look like?
Oh, future shows? So, like, kind of like on some Kanye shit, like, I plan on having, like, crazy set designs, but, like, for my first ever tour, Like it's gonna be the Rebel Eye tour. I think some shit like that. I haven't put down the name down yet, but I want to be in the center of the stage, and I want the flashlight to be hanging onto me like that, and everybody's gonna be not center of the stage, center of the crowd. So the crowd's gonna be around me, and I'm in the center of it. Rather than me on stage and like saying they're looking this way, I'm gonna be like it's gonna be like a big box like this, and everybody's gonna be like around me with flashlight, like floodlights pouring down on me type shit. It's gonna be smoking shit in the air, all types of crazy shit. Like, but that's like a basic general thing I'm gonna do with it.
You ever what would you do if you was in a situation you couldn't get out of?
Like what?
Like say if you were stuck in Georgia, like if like a zombie apocalypse were to happen type shit, and they shut down like you can't leave your area type shit. You just had to stay like in your dorm or like only in a certain area.
Yeah, like on some zombie apocalypse shit.
Yeah.
What would I do? I'd probably kill myself honestly in this, cause like I don't know. I feel like I'm not the type of person who can survive in a zombie. I mean, I can't survive in a zombie apocalypse because I can't see my loved one die. Like I'd probably go ballistic or insane or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing people die beyond my control would be something that would probably traumatize me beyond belief. I wouldn't be the same person I am. You feel me?
Do you think when people play with Ouija boards, if you say Ouija,
yeah,
it's Michael Jackson? Is it really Michael Jackson or is it a demon?
It's a funny question. Probably a demon. Michael Jackson, I don't know if that nigga was a demon, but he definitely was on some weird shit, that's for sure. But the Ouija people, I don't even know. I don't believe in that shit. I do believe in the Bloody Mary. No, actually, I don't believe in that shit either. So I can't really say that shit either, honestly. All that shit is retarded. Stupid. I don't want to hear it. Cancel, you know?
Would you, have you played with a Ouija board before? Or,
no, I've never played a Ouija board. I don't even play with my life like that. I'm big on energy and spirits.
Okay.
I don't want to fuck up with that type of shit by even, like, considering myself amongst that.
And your parents being from Sierra Leone, do they have any, like, ancestors or shit
or,
like that?
on shit like that?
Voodoo
like,
or anything like that?
You know what's crazy? No. I mean, yeah and no. So, like, my parents are, like, Fulani. My dad's a Fulani. My mom's a Timi. The Fulani people in Africa, they're very spiritual people, but they're spiritual not in, like on some African mysticism, but more on some Islamic mysticism. Like, these niggas be praying in certain ways where they can get certain shit for them, so that's why they're successful. They're like the African Jews, essentially. They make a lot of money, they're hated, they're persecuted, but they're like very, you know what I'm saying, good at what they're doing. They're tight amongst themselves, and you know what I'm saying, that's like their biggest strength, which is like some shit the Jews be doing, which is like, in my opinion, very smart. That's some shit I would do too, you know what I'm saying? So that's like how they be like navigating, and I know I'm not necessarily from the mysticism side, but my dad and his family, they do got some spiritual connection to this earth, that's for sure. Like deep spiritual connection.
Are you aware of like the witch doctors in Africa?
Yeah,
like, they see like albino people, like niggas,
and they kill them. They'll literally
kill. Yeah, they think that they have
powers
or something.
It's like a primitive mindset. Not all of Africa are like that, but there's definitely a good small minority who still be practicing them type of witch weird shit like that. But yeah, they do that shit like that. And you know what's crazy? There's more albinos in Africa than there is in motherfucking America. I don't know. I can't prove by scientific fact, but I've been to Africa 5 times, and every single time I've been there, I've seen at least 2 or 3 albinos in my trip. It's crazy, bro.
How you think your music would be, or what do you think your creativity would be if you lived there instead of in America?
I don't know. I wonder if I would even be doing music if I was there. Because you know what makes you is your environment and your genes. So like, I might be doing like some artistic shit, but I might have done music, but definitely not now. Like I probably would have started with fashion or some shit rather than music. But I don't know, personally, like, because I'm already struggling now. Like, remember how we was talking about with my parents and like how they were talking about like me doing music, and that's like just them, my parents. If I was in Africa, I'd be surrounded by my entire family. They're gonna all be against that shit. They're gonna all be talking why I can't be doing this, why I can't be doing that. So it'd probably be a lot harder. And you know what I'm saying? I'd probably be more Islamic. So like a lot of different factors, little details are part of the story that's too influential that might change my music journey. You know what I'm saying?
What would your religion be? Like if you could create your own religion, or
that's crazy that you say that, because I have not religion, but I have an intention of creating this philosophy. It's called exorcism. Like I'm already starting to build like the ideas and concepts around it, but it's not all put together yet. But just know it's some shit about breaking path from your past and becoming some new shit. Oh my god, I didn't realize. You got a 100 game?
I was gonna have to ask somebody.
Ask somebody?
Probably not. No niggas. I mean, them niggas look like this. No, they don't. Some Buddhist people.
Hell no.
Kroger got some letters in there, bro. You think you can buy one real quick?
I know my car. Let me see the paper.
No, I'll wrap it around. Just leave it, bro. I'll wrap it around.
Do you like what you like smoking with? Do you like rolling papers backwards? What do y'all usually smoke with?
I prefer, bro. You fuck this shit up horribly, bro.
That shit's good, bro.
Let this part down. But I definitely prefer. I don't give a fuck. Dutchess and White House. Everybody be shitting on me for it, but I definitely think those are the best. Cause like they don't take as much as backwoods. Problem is it's windy as fuck, bro. Even if you smoke that shit, bro, it's gonna burn quick as hell.
Let's save it.
Oh god, I think it's the same shit.
You do grabs or anything?
Hell nah, nigga. Hell nah.
You smoked CBD cigarettes before?
No, I don't smoke anything but blunts. You feel me? Which is not good by itself, but I don't like doing weird shit like that because like I'm a singer, so like my voice gonna get fucked if I do crazy shit.
What do you think about the Delta shit?
Delta THC and shit?
That they sell at the gas station?
I mean, that shit, it ain't nothing crazy for real, but
like you think since it's from the gas station, you think they putting bullshit in it?
That shit most definitely got some bullshit in there, bro. Cause like, why the fuck would gas stations be selling gas? Like, that's funny, gas stations selling gas, but why the fuck? I don't know. I don't trust that shit. Essentially, like, the only way I'll get my gas is if it's from the dispensary. I ain't getting that shit from the side of the road, nigga.
Would you make your own strain?
Huh?
Would you make your own strain?
Yes, but no, because I don't want to promote weed. Like, I love weed and I enjoy it, but it's not a good thing to be indulging yourself in every single day. Maybe, but
I remember like edibles or some shit. You know,
edibles would be fun, but even it's just marijuana in general. I don't think it's meant to be consumed the way we consume it. Like, cannabis is a very precious plant. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people use that shit for like medicinal purposes, and you can use that shit for paper. You can use that shit for fucking. You can do a lot of shit with cannabis oil. Cannabis in general. Let me just say that it's a beautiful, powerful plant. But me personally, like, I don't think I'll be using it to like sell weed. Probably like some other shit though. Like I'll use it for something right. You know what I mean?
If you found a unknown species of a plant in the jungle, what would you name it?
If I had found an unnamed species of a pineapple.
A plant.
A plant?
Yeah.
What would I name it?
Yeah. Like on some scientist type shit. You know how they find shit?
SX. No. I don't know what I'm.
Like on some Elon Musk type.
Oh God, I feel you. I definitely, probably in an alternative world, I'm probably a researcher because I love geology and shit like that. I would love to travel the planet. But what would I name a random plant? I would say Sajalie, but no, that's like a weird plant name.
Speaking of Sajalie, how'd you come up with Sajalie?
You know what's crazy? I was born with that name.
Really?
That's literally the name I was born with. Like,
what does that mean?
It means champion in my language, which is actually crazy as fuck on top of that. Cause I know I'm gonna be a champion, but it's like I have to fulfill my destiny. But yeah, it's literally means champion, and it's my grandfather's name. His name was Sajalie U. My dad dropped a U and put an E in there at the end, because he was like, it would be harder for me to be, you know what I'm saying, accepted in American society if my name was harder, as if it wasn't hard enough with Sajalie. But yeah, that was like the name I was born with. Some African shit, that's for sure.
If Elon Musk hit you up right now, would you go to Mars if he asked you?
Fuck yeah, I'll go to
Even
Mars.
if it takes 10 years.
10 years?
And the shit that you want to do music.
Oh, I can't do it at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, I wouldn't do it. I mean, I'd probably figure out some way, but it's not that important for me to like cut my music fashion. I'm gonna go to Mars eventually.
Unless you can somehow like
balance it.
Do like metaverse shit.
Uh-huh.
When you're on a spaceship.
That would be crazy.
What do you think about the metaverse?
Metaverse is very interesting concept. Like a lot of people are on Mark Zuckerberg for that shit, but I don't know. I feel like he's onto something. That shit right there, it got some potential.
I think it has its pros and its cons.
It definitely has.
Because I feel like it's going, if it gets in the wrong hands or some shit. You seen Terminator, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's eventually.
Oh God, I feel like that too. Like the way shit's going. Like you see, Elon Musk. Speaking of him, he just released a bot that can like some robot that people can buy or some shit like that. That's low-key on some Terminator shit. Cause you know, one wrong move and that shit gets fucked, bruh. Them bots out the way. You feel me? They gonna turn destructive for real. You feel me?
I like that one movie with Will Smith. I forgot his name.
I Am a Legend? Or,
no.
I know you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
iRobot.
iRobot.
Yeah, that movie's good too.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What would you do if you had a robot?
If I had a robot?
Like iRobot.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, so I don't even remember how it went.
Because they were just roaming around. They was being like fucking. waitresses.
On God, doing
Shit.
weird shit essentially.
Basically like maids and.
On God, but I don't know if I had my own personal robot.
You probably just had to charge it.
On God,
It'd probably just be like a dog.
he'd probably be my assistant. Like he'd probably be like my manager. Like no, not manager. Like literally assistant. Like I'll get him to do shit like hit up certain blogs or hit up some shit. Like I'll use him usefully and I'll treat him right too.
Would that be would that be your shooter? Like if you had beef with somebody, would you take him out?
Oh
with the
yeah,
robot?
no, because I care about mine. My robot is gonna be like my guy. So if he dies, like I can't like. I mean, one thing about me, I'm very protective of people that I love. You know what I'm saying? So like, if that nigga died, like I'd be, you know what I'm saying, hurt. So I can't like put him in case like, or he would get killed, or you know what I'm saying, or she would get killed. I don't know.
If this was the '90s, do you think you'd be in an R&B group like Jodeci or?
Oh, definitely.
Like
I'd probably be like motherfucking, like you know how them niggas was like on some Common shit, like Common and
Yeah.
fucking Mob Deep. Nah, I would be like on some Mob Deep shit, low key, because like I like how their grittiness was. Like I fuck with it, like, or maybe like no, probably be like Outkast, because Outkast was like the only people in the '90s who were really doing some different shit. They was putting meaning in their music and they was doing some unique shit too at the same time. So it's like. It was some cool shit, like, I fuck with Outkast, so if there was any group I would be, like, sort of like, it'd definitely be like them. Because Under 2000 is a fucking genius, you know what I'm saying? That's the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy how he doesn't make music no more.
Oh, God, he don't.
Shit, yeah.
He's talking about something, he don't make music because to be music, you gotta be hip to it. And after a certain age, you're not hip no more. But I disagree with that, because you can be hip regardless, bro. You just gotta figure out the right shit. Always be open-minded, because there's gonna be new generations all the fucking time. If you're closed-minded, you're never gonna be hip. If you're open-minded, whatever happens is never going to be too radical for you, because at the end of the day, it's a cycle. Everything circles.
So if you had all connects and all the influence, like if you had all the money to do the shit that you could do, what would you do with it? Like all the creative and all the knowledge you know, what would you do? If you had all the
things I need for me to succeed.
Yeah.
What would I do? First thing I do, I definitely use it for good use. Like I try to put people on. Like I know eventually once I get up, that's going to be my main intention. I'm trying to create and move art in a direction in which is like more about art. Nowadays, music and fashion, it's all about the glamour and the glitz rather than the actual substance itself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to like push the thing towards. Be like I'm trying to push it in that direction, like create a new renaissance of like just artistic thought and artistic methods and shit. You feel me? That's the direction I'm trying to go for personally. You know what I'm saying?
Are you paranoid sometimes, knowing that you're artist and creative? Are you paranoid of like the cops or like the shit that's going on in the underground? Are you more aware of your surroundings?
Oh, I'm aware every day. I'm afraid to die. I'll be honest.
Really?
With you. I'm so afraid to die, and I'm paranoid of dying sometimes. So like, I try my utmost. I put my utmost attention on figuring out ways where I can avoid death, avoid being caught up in some situation that could get me hurt or stop me from my ambition and my goals. Because all that shit fucks you up at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Where do you think you go after this life?
That's the thing that scares me. I don't know. I really don't know.
And
that's why I don't want to die.
You're not religious, are you?
No, I'm not religious. I'm spiritual.
So you're like agnostic or some shit?
Huh?
You're agnostic.
Yeah, I'm agnostic.
Yeah,
I mean, stuck for real. I don't know what I am. Like, I can't
You're
really
still figuring it out.
Yeah, I'm still figuring it out. Like, I don't want to say I'm agnostic yet or say I'm Islamic.
Because I mean, like, as long as you have,
practice.
I feel like whatever vibration you're on here, that's what you're gonna attract. You know, like, or that's the same. So whatever mindset, whatever the fuck, that's where you're gonna go.
Exactly.
So I mean,
so it's like it's not like some shit you can choose for real. Like some shit just energy. Like certain energies come certain ways, certain directions and shit. Like it's not really a choice.
Are you aware of astral projection?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I don't necessarily know if I believe in it per se. I don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah, because it's basically your spirit leaves your physical body.
Exactly.
And they say that's basically that.
Like, what the fuck? Like, how can people do that? That's crazy.
Are you had sleep paralysis before?
Hell nah, I've never had sleep paralysis. But I've heard of it, like, when people, like, are paralyzed and they can't move and they see a demon, right?
Yeah. Supposedly demon, but
supposedly,
it could just be...
But I've never seen that, and I've never had sleep paralysis. Thank the Lord. Thank the fucking Lord. I thank God every day. I thank our Creator every day. Because I don't know who or what created us, but I'm thankful for all the things He do. Seeing this beautiful place right here is just enough for me to, like, be thankful for. You feel me?
Yeah. If you could make an episode of Scooby Doo, what would it be about?
Trying to figure out who the fuck killed JFK, or if God was real, or if Jesus was real, or if religion was real. I try to go back then. They'll be like in their little Scooby caravan, trying to see whether or not Jesus was a thing. Cause you know they all about some shit like finding mysteries and shit like that. So that's a mystery I always wanted to know. So that's my version of the Scooby Doo story. That would be a crazy story, wouldn't it?
Yeah. What You know Kids Next Door?
Yeah.
What number would you be?
Kids Next Door, probably 7. No, 12. No, yeah, 12. 12 is my favorite number, so yeah.
Is that like do you see that a lot?
No.
Or is it just your favorite number?
I'm not really big on numerology, but it's just my favorite number. I don't know. I saw 444 the other day, and I took note of it, essentially, but I'm not necessarily like a big believer in the idea of numbers and powers and shit like that.
What do you think of 444 by Jay-Z?
That's a very good song, album, and I fuck with that song. Isn't it a song too? It's a song too, right? It's like that song's very deep and personal. He was talking about how, I don't know if that's 444 or yeah, that is 444. Yeah, how he was talking about how he cheated on Beyonce and how he didn't want his kids to see and stuff like that. That's such a real personal song. Not personal, but for me, but for him, the fact that he was able to be vulnerable enough to post that on his discography and place that shit there, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, he did all those things. That was a very great album, great song. Story of OJ is a great song on that album too.
Did you hear about if niggas met like P. Diddy or Jay-Z, they're like, would you sit down and eat with him, or would you take like 100K?
I remember that dilemma, right? I'd definitely take the 100K. I do fuck with Jay-Z and I do fuck with P. Diddy, but I don't fuck with their opinion enough and shit like that. I know a lot of smart people in this world, and they're not gonna get me there.
How was your first time in Africa?
It was great. No, it was horrible. First time, it was horrible. That was the worst experience ever. But that's like every kid. Kids, you take them from one place, especially if they're from a spoiled and privileged and entitled lifestyle, and take them into a poor lifestyle. That's bound. That's first a recipe for disaster. Let me just tell you that right now. I did not enjoy that shit at all. But as I grew older, I started to understand the beauty and the peacefulness of it. You know what I'm saying? Africa has its own lifestyle that I really love. It's something that's unique to it. That's for sure.
So with Gris and all your creativity shit,
Gris.
Are you gonna add your culture and your background and where you came from into that shit?
Wow, that's a very profound question. Honestly, maybe. I might add, I'm very proud of my African identity, that's for sure, but it's not like I show it as much. I definitely need to show it more. I might do some shit like that, like some African, like, you feel me, some African shit. Because dress, like, the thing about it is, like, we do collections, and every collection we drop is like a specific material, specific fabric, yada, whatnot. And one fabric the fabric we're doing next is denim. The next one after that might be military. It might be after that with some African shit, just based off that question you just gave me right there.
Speaking of fabric, are you aware of hemp and
Hemp?
the shit that you can do with it? Yeah.
Oh,
Because I heard like hemp, if you use that, it can last very long.
Seriously? I never knew that. I didn't know that at all. Like,
Yeah, you
what
can
do you
use
mean,
that for like clothes and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I definitely gotta try that shit one day. Maybe.
Furniture.
On God.
Would you make furniture in the future?
Huh?
Furniture.
Most definitely. I want to be into architectural design. Like, I love like creating. I just love creating. Maybe not. I might release like a chair or something, or fucking maybe like a table or something, but nothing crazy, nothing like that, or like a collection. I don't know. Maybe it's wherever my energy takes me.
What do you gotta say to your future self?
Memories from the fucking future. You ever seen that episode of Attack on Titan? Or you ever heard of Attack on Titan?
I finished. I stopped like season 2.
There's like an episode where he talks about, or he sees the future for like 3 seconds, Eren, the main character, and he knows everything. And that's kind of like how I see myself sometimes. Like, I don't know my future. I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna go. But like, I feel like the memories from the future sometimes are passed down to me so it can direct me in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? So if I could tell my future self anything, I'd be like, I'm glad you continue. And stay with Jordan. And I'm thankful for everything you've done. And it's only the beginning. You're just gonna get stronger. Because at the end of the day, like, all that bullshit you went through, bro, is nothing compared to what you're finna go through when you're up there. So just keep enduring it, keep working, and achieve. Don't stop, my boy. It never ends.